Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Okay, let me go. And Lydia was the first one here. Thank you so much, Lydia Washington, Ingrid Sowers, Vanessa Jones, Rodney Jackson, Brenda Crane, Regina Mercedes. Okay. What is that? Adelina Oliveira. Oh, I like that name. Lady Metatrons, Brenda Crane, Mary H. Lorna Williams wants to say hi to a few people. And Carol Lund, Rhonda Bryant, and a host of friends and others. Okay, I'll say hi to you guys later. Oh, got a milestone here. Carol Lund, 23 months membership. Love your podcast, Baron. You make it fun. Well, thank you you made it fun. Yes, thank you very much for that. And thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate hearing that. And thank you for supporting Royal Sussex. Okay. Which, by the way, I don't know if you all noticed this or not, but I added some new, what do you call those things? What do you call those? I guess emojis, the custom emojis just for Royal Sussex. Well, I added some new ones. Let me see. I want to know if it works. So I don't know if you can use it here, but I know you can use it yeah, I don't think you can use them here. Or can you? That's the question. But let me go to one of the old videos and I am going to see if it works. But wait until you see what I added. Wait until you see what I added. It's going to be fun. I did the maximum amount of them, so I see them. I see them. Yes, I see them. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do a little screenshot and I'll show you, so you don't have to go and hunt for them right now, but I'll do a little screenshot and I will show them in just a moment. Yes, it does work. That is so cool. I did not know how to redo those things. So that's what took so long to put up some new ones. So let me go ahead and grab that for your consideration. Get rid of those. Yeah, don't need those. Okay. So, or should I just let it be a surprise? No, I'll just show you. It'll be easier. What do you think? What do you think? So Afro Annie stays. The original four, they're going to stay. One Love is so small you can barely see it. But I added Princess Diana, the People's Princess, the the Queen of Hearts. Yes, and there's Meghan with the white hat having her mahogany moment. And there's the rain photo. There's Friends, which of course include, um, um, and his wife. And, and there's the white beret. Love that. And there's that kind of comic book image of Megan. And then there's the one from Ripple of Hopes. And there's that little snuggle that they did there. There's Spare. There's Megan on the red carpet, and there's Archie playing the piano. And yeah, the Nigeria one, you can barely see that. So I think if I could ever figure out how to get back there, I'm going to change that one. And lastly, there is Doria. So whenever you comment, not here, but later, whenever you comment, you can use those stickers. Now, I don't know how much time has to go by, but let's say whoever just had the Carol Lund 23 months, I'm pretty sure you should have access to all of them. But if I recall, you had to go through the first 4 months to get to all four of those 1 month at a time. But I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to get to the rest of them. I would switch that off if I knew how to do it, but I guess it's like you have to. But anyway, I just happened to see how you can do it, and so I did it. And so there you go. Now you got some new emojis. They call it emoji, I think. Yeah, you have some new emojis to play with. Fun, right? I love it. Hi, Joan Garcia. And then there's Joan and Lola Love, Stevie Rose, Love Wins Movement. Okay. On the I think that was Cold War Steve. I think that was Cold War Steve. Yes, that looked like a Cold War Steve. A lot of those that you see, if not all of them, Cold War Steve doesn't seem to be a fan of the institution, the firm, and of course the Tory government. So he's always coming up with some clever stuff. And yeah, I love Cold War Steve. So there's a few of those, but I just use some random photos or slides or whatever. Everything that included Pierce Morgan, just to take up the video, because otherwise trying to edit like every photo for every part of the video is very time consuming. And I worked on that one for a while. And yeah, not a lot of people watch those videos, but they're informative. And for people who are not going to read the articles, that's kind of like a little something extra that I enjoy doing. But sometimes I do love to have every photo and possible video that I can to coincide. But sometimes when I just need to get it up there, I'll just throw a bunch of random photos together based on whoever the article is about. So, but yeah, and then of course there was a little extra video at the end, which I forgot I had that, and I was just like, oh yeah, this would be perfect. I'll just add this to the end. So, yeah, you guys, please try to watch and like those videos because a lot of work goes into it, and as a content creator, we don't get a whole lot out of those because not so many people watch them. Like the average I get for those videos in terms of views is sometimes just 5 or 6 thousand, but that's like, a lot of work to put those together. So even if you just put it on and walk away or listen to it for company, but there's a whole bunch of those that I've made. And I've been doing a series of the ones with, the investigative reports about, certain people. And I know it's not everybody's interest, but at least you'll be kept up to date. So that's why I've been doing those. So uh, anyway, Thank you for watching it, Sussex Defender. I like that, Sussex Defender. But yeah, it is some fun photos in there. So if you haven't seen the video, it was an edited video I made earlier today, and I will put the link in the community tab so you can watch it later or whenever you choose. But I'll do that right now. And it's the Time for Truth, and that's the one about Pierce Morgan. And there's a whole bunch of like random photos of Pierce Morgan in there, and a lot of them you all have seen. Um, some I edited, some other people have edited, and anything, of course, that I feel is totally a dig at Pierce Morgan. There's nothing too low. Okay, so I'm gonna put make sure you watch. Okay, this for the fun. Pictures. Okay. All right. So I got that done, and I will put that on community tab. So feel free to go back at any time and watch it. All right. Oh, did I not do that? Oh, okay. I guess I didn't. All right. Oh, you know what? Why don't I get the slides up while I'm doing everything else? But yeah, so there are the new emojis, and that is for people who have memberships to Royal Sussex. So if you don't have a membership, oh, I'm so glad I remembered to say that. If you don't have a membership, you won't have access to those for the comment section. Thus, only for the members. Memberships start at $4.99. And I just added a new higher tier membership, membership, not membership. And that one is only $99 a month. So if there's anyone who has, or should I say, who wants to support the channel in another way, more than the $4.99 a month. There is one for $99.99 a month. So I suppose that one will be vacant for a while, but that's okay. I mean, we do what we can. But for those of you who can't support like that, even the $4.99, please do like and share, and above all, make sure you subscribe. All of those things help the channel. So, okay. Oh, yes. Slides. That's what I'm doing. The slides. Okay. Okay, got it. Slides are on the way. And also, thank you, MR, for the Cash App. Thank you very much. Okay, slides are coming up. And, oh, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here on Royal Sussex. All right. Carmex, yes, Carmex, wintergreen, because my lips are chapped. And sorted. last thing I want to do is split my lip. Last winter, I don't know how many times my lips got really dry and I would split my lip. And just when it was about to heal, I'd split it again. Same place, again and again. Can't let that happen. Judy Matassit, thank you for being here. Okay. You know, I think I'm going to do something different this year. For people who have the memberships, I want to try to, I have been very, very hesitant about people's personal information, but I want to try to put together some kind of gift for the members, especially for the long-term members and the higher tier members. So that is my goal. Hopefully I can do that by, I don't know, maybe by, let me see, let's be realistic. Give me a 2-month head start. I want to try to put together something that I can send out for the people who have had the long-term memberships and the people that have a higher level membership. So actually, but something for all of the members. So let me work on that. I have an idea of a couple of things. That means I'm going to have to go to the post office and send stuff off, but you'll have to share like the information so that I can send it. You could, I'll do that. So anyway, we'll talk about that later, and I'll try to figure out something to do, and hopefully I can have something out by, well, let's be very optimistic and say within a month or maybe 2 months. Plus, I'm going to have to get some stuff made up. So, but it'll all be Royal Sussex stuff. I mean, I'm like, this channel has been around for a little while. So I remember Tina and Michelle, she had all those boxes that she needed to send out. And I'm just so afraid that that's going to happen to me, that I will, get to that certain point and then it just be like, oh, I'll take it tomorrow and then the next week. And okay, Monday for sure. I'm going to try to resist that. I'm going to try to resist that, and then I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. Plus, I'll have fun putting it together. So, but yeah, it'll be a gift to the members, and and something a little extra special for the long-term and higher tier members. Okay, Lex says William should have read the book in Narnia called The Horse and His Boy. He would have realized how cunning that horse was. Every horse has her day. Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about. Thank you for that, Legs. And that includes to the okay, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, Rohini. Hey, Rohini. Ask Baron if he's giving us Rohini, I still have to do my photos for you. I have to model my beanies for you. But yeah, and I'm going to get around to that too. I do procrastinate, but I will get around to that. Okay, let me at least get the slides going here because oh no, I don't have the thumbnail there. All right, I'm gonna have to do that over again. I don't have the thumbnail as the first slide, but that won't take but a second. Okay, glad I noticed that. So do that. I got to take this away. Sorry, got to take that away and then do it over again. So it only takes a second for them to come up. So let me try that again. And I am telling you, I am not going, even though the rough times are showing. I wonder if somebody was singing that, I don't know, on the 28th of December. And you're gonna love me. Oh, man. We're part of the same place. We're part of the same kind. Yeah, I wonder if somebody was singing that on December the 28th. And then all of a sudden, Ike showed up. Uh, Rohini says, photos wearing nothing but the beanie Baron. Church Nelly and I would love it. All right, all right, make it rain. Be prepared to drop them dollars. Make it rain. They don't call me Chocolate Thunder for nothing, but that was back in my live performance days. Uh, that was my recession-proof income. Oh man. Okay. So Harry and Meghan's Archewell news. Princess Meghan's earrings. Yep, her earrings, and Kate Middleton's update, and plus more. It's always a plus more, even when there's not one. I always say it. So this was the news from Archewell today. Oh yes, I do have a soundbite for that, don't I? Okay, let me get that ready. But this, of course, was the event at Hudson Yard. I believe it was for was it International Mental Health Awareness Day? But anyway, that was the occasion over at the Hudson Yard. And I tell you, if there's ever a time when you have to say that the tabloids and the derangers, the haters, the very cruel, mean people, those Brexiteer, MAGA voting people, if there's ever a time when you have to say, I can't believe how cruel and how mean and negative and nasty these people are, this is one of those occasions, because there was it's like they just sat there poised, waiting to attack everything about this occasion. It did not matter how many people had their voices heard, how many people were helped, what kind of gathering it was. Everything was reduced to its lowest possible negative denominator. It's like, just attack. Don't try to find anything of redeeming social value. Just attack. No matter what it is, they don't need a good understanding. They're certainly not going to try to be fair. But if you look at those faces right there, they break your heart. These are people holding up photos of their children who were lost because of the very same cyberbullying. Do you know how many times I have gone into any group or agency or anything that has to do with Will and Kate? Do you know how many times I've done that? Never. Never. I wouldn't dare attack a charity or parents like they did with Uvalde, attacking the parents, accusing them of being liars. But that shouldn't come as a surprise, because a lot of those right wingers, like the ones that tried to support and uphold the monarchy, a lot of those very same people have attacked victims of just about any type of situation. They're the ones that always run to get their foil hats on before the lasers come after them, or whatever their grievance is. But if you are one of those people, please go get some help. As much as I may have my feelings about the institution, about the people in the institution. Um, I'm not going after innocent people. I'm not going after children. I mean, these people deny that Meghan has ever been pregnant, that they have any children. These are the same sick people. And if you are one of those people, you have a sickness. You have a sickness and you need help. This event, no matter what you feel about the Sussexes, this event was meant to give some type of relief to these parents who have been searching for answers, looking for a community that they can actually talk to. You know, sometimes when people lose a child, other parents retreat. You would think that they would, like, gather around and want to, embrace you. But sometimes, like any other tragedy, sometimes people don't know how to have a conversation or are afraid to have a conversation and they just retreat, leaving the victims and or the survivors on their own. That happens far too many times. And it was very brave of anyone in that room who had not suffered any type of horrendous loss, that they were there to be a shoulder to cry on or a hand to hold. There's not enough people who make themselves available. Sometimes you don't hear from people until they've had a tragedy. Hopefully, it doesn't have to come to that. Um, so let me. Joan Garcia says, Baron, how about a duet with you and BS Speaks? I was thinking about that. If I can ever get myself together one of these days, I would love to join BS, just to hang out if she wants me to come on, but just to hang out. But I would love to just to show up on BS's live. But again, I have to make sure that I'm up. I hate to promise that I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, because as someone who feels more creative at night, you never know what time I'm going to go to bed. Like if I'm in the zone, you guys know when I post videos at certain hours, I'm just not going to bed. But see there, Joan Garcia, we have that connection because I was actually thinking about VS this morning, actually. So, but one of these days, if she'll have me, I am going to pop up on VS's podcast. But we'll see if she'll have me. I mean, I'm not I'm not pushing in on anybody, but if she'll have me, I'm inviting myself. Okay, let me get the soundbite ready. And okay, I had to think about where did I put it. Where did I put that? Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. So much for organization. Okay. I got it. Not to worry.
Parent Summit, Mental Wellness in a Digital Age. I want to welcome you to the Archewell Foundation's Parent Summit, Mental Wellness in a Digital Age.
The U.S. Surgeon General has called youth mental health the defining public health issue of our time. Social media plays a profound role.
Anybody that's a parent, you love your child. And if love could have saved them, all of our children would still be here.
When I think about Mason, as I do quite often, you think about this tough All-American football player, but there was this whole other side, this gentle, soft, loving, positive energy about him.
Just a beautiful kid. And like all of our kids, all beautiful, right?
The content started getting darker and darker and darker. And the more he engaged with those, the darker they got.
People were sending her unwanted messages through social media apps and stuff like that, literally 24/7.
Pitting the best designers in the world against our kids and parents, that is the definition of an unfair fight. And that's what we find ourselves contending with. The good news is there is a lot that we can do.
When the car was first invented, there wasn't a seatbelt. And what happened? People started to get hurt. People started to die. So you started to change the car.
We need to get out of this idea that, young kids, there's something wrong with them. It's the world that we're allowing to be created around them. Please stop sending children content that you wouldn't want your own children to see.
Everyone now is affected by the online world and social media. There is an entry point that's positive in creating community, but we all just want to feel safe.
Even in our deepest and darkest moments, and sometimes especially in those moments, we can help each other heal.
Through this experience in this community that Archewell Foundation's created, being a chicken farmer or a vegan runner, whatever, we can be the best of friends and support each other.
Spend Thanksgiving,
Oh my goodness,
with the Tesarios. So we find new memories.
It's not just the sorrow. It's about sharing life events that are positive. And we need people to do that with.
We've definitely cried together, we've laughed, and we've shared some beautiful memories together. We can turn pain into purpose.
Okay, so that was on the Archewell website, which please, you guys, make sure that you go to the Archewell website and click on it yourself and see this article. I am sharing it with you now, but we want to make sure that there is traffic on the Archewell website. So please make sure you, the individual, the squatty, go to the Archewell website and check it out for yourself, because as you know, that is a public service that is provided by Archewell, so you can get updates and information from them. Now, I will confess that they do not post every day. The last thing that they post was Scotty's Little Soldiers. And that was, before, that was November 9th. And it took until today before we got something new on the Archewell website. So they post about as often as Haley's Comet comes around. But when they do, we have to make it a point to go and check it out for ourselves. So you could just Google archewell.com. Remember, that's Archewell with that middle E. And or you can, I'll put the link at the top of the chat. But yeah, let's make sure that we are driving some traffic to the Archewell website. We have to utilize these things because you know what they say. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. And it's just like supporting a business in your community. If you don't support that coffee shop or laundromat or whatever it is, don't be surprised as if you need it and suddenly it's not there anymore. Someone told me that a long time ago. A very wise person told me that. And so I try to do my share instead of going out of the neighborhood or mail order or something like that. You got to support the things in your community. Well, you got to support the Archewell. So, they keep track of how much traffic goes through there. So try to make it a point to do that. The link is at the top of the chat for the Archewell. And I will make it a point to put that on the community tab later. Okay. So as I said, I am going to share that with you now, but please go and do that for yourselves later. Oh my goodness, why did that stay stuck like that? Okay, very slow reaction time. And let me, okay, there we go. So today, the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee held a bipartisan hearing on online child safety in front of a packed room, including dozens of parents whose children have suffered or died due to online harm. The Archewell Foundation has been working with many of these families to provide a support network for parents dealing with grief or who have children managing serious mental health conditions as a result of their exposure to harmful online content. And there's a lot of it too. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and co-founders of the Archewell Foundation said, "We applaud the bravery and determination of the thousands of parents around the country whose advocacy resulted in this hearing. Over the past few years, we have spent time with many of these families, listening to their heartache and their hopes for the urgent change that is needed in the online space. This is an issue that transcends division and party lines. As we saw today at the Senate hearing, the best parenting in the world cannot keep children safe from these platforms. As one of the fathers shared with us, if love could have saved them, all of our children would still be here. This is not the time to pass the buck of responsibility. It's the time to make necessary change at the source to keep our children safe." So that is a statement from Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, on online child safety. Yeah, so that is what they shared on the Archewell today. So again, please make sure you go to the Archewell site. Don't have to do it right now, but just do it within the next 24 hours so that they will have an idea of how much traffic is going through the Archewell site. And who knows, maybe that will encourage them to post more often. But right now, like I said, it's about as rare as Halley's Comet. But there's a reason for that. I mean, they don't just, put stuff up there constantly. Okay. Oh yeah, Lady T, it's amazing some of the stuff that that these kids are exposed to, and there has been some instances, like with these parents, where they've lost their child because of that content, and a lot of the changes that need to be made starts with a conversation between parent and guardian and child. So that's a good place to start, but it's not enough. It really has to go to the platforms, because there is certain things in the technology, certain ways with the technology that they can flag anything, especially now that there's AI, right? The artificial intelligence, they can flag things that are inappropriate. But you have to want to do it. You have to make sure that the humans that are involved will, pursue that and flag those things and block or remove those things. There's a way to do it. Trust me, there's a way to do it. This is why we have trouble with the bots, because the bots, they are programmed to go after certain language, not just words, but the language that you use. So they can, in an instant, look at the grouping of words, and they can just, target that particular video or chat or whatever, and then throw those comments that seem like they're related, seem like they come from another person, but they're just, picking certain words out of the air. And if you say this, then they will have something to, go into that comment. So the bots is a huge problem. But just like with your phone, nowadays your cell phone, your mobile phone says that there's a possibility that this is a spam. This may be spam, or this may be whatever else they call it. And then you could decide whether or not you want to answer it, right? Well, like I said, the technology is there. So It's just a matter of them using it. So we'll get there, though. We'll get there. Awareness and these hearings and stuff like that, we will get there. And just like Meghan said, it's just like the having a safety belt in the vehicle. We didn't wear our seatbelts years ago, but when you know better, you do better. And since you know better, as Dr. Maya Angelou would say, when you know better, you do better. So we have to do better. Okay. Let me continue. I'll just go through these. These are actually some screenshots that I took from the video that they had. But you can go to the website, the webpage, the Archewell webpage, and they do have that short video there. So please do go there and click on that video and watch it for yourself. And then you can see the live action rather than just my little screenshots. Gosh, they were getting some intense sunlight in that place. Look at Harry. Harry almost looks like a ghost, but there was a bright overhead light. And while it does make for a well-illuminated space, it is sustainable. That is way too much light for me. Okay, that'll be the next thing I go to there. Let me just take a look and see. Marcy Foreman, love you, Baron, and the Sussexes. Meghan's strength is so inspiring for young women and women around the world. Less love, not hate. Great work, Baron. Thank you, Marcy Foreman. And thank you so much for your 10 months membership. And thank you for being here. And Miranda Rios, member for 24 months. 2 consecutive years of membership. Amazing. Thank you so much for that. Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, 24 months. Just doesn't seem like it's possible, but yeah, there we are. And I think Church Nelly and Lydia and a few other people are on their 30 months now. It's incredible. Okay, so let's go on to this. I walked 3+ miles in these cloud-like Mary Janes from a Meghan Markle worn brand. And you can see those shoes right there. Okay, so when it has a strap, that's a Mary Jane. But if it doesn't have a strap, then it's just a ballet slipper. I think that's the rule. Maybe not. I don't know. But as you can see, those are on Rothy.com for $159. Now, I could believe that when you have a comfortable shoe, yes, you could walk 3 miles and not even be aware of it. Cloud-like. Oh, wow, that type of language, that's appealing. Cloud-like. Who isn't looking for that, right? But beyond versatile look and practical elements, these shoes are just ridiculously comfortable. That is, the cushioned insole mode to your feet and support every step. Supply your feet. Support every step, while the outside provides actual substantial traction. First, for my flat collection, without even thinking about it, I walked just over 3 miles in these shoes, and my feet didn't complain during or after. One customer shared a similar experience, writing that they walked over 10,000 steps in them right out of the box with no blisters or any discomfort. Another shopper added that they felt like walking on clouds. That's not cliche, walking on clouds. I'm walking on sunshine, yeah, and don't it feel good? Okay, so anyway, I do not have any branding stuff at this time. I just support anything that the Duchess support, and my way of supporting, sometimes I'll buy it. It goes on my wish list, or I will share it on Royal Sussex or all of the above, because part of the defense for the Sussexes is to make sure that we like or share or buy or whatever the brands they support, because they are the most popular royal couple in the world. And right now they are in, like, they're executive producers, but one of these days they may actually go to, promoting products directly, like as in a commercial venture or whatever. And that's not where they are right now, but one day they might. And if they do, I tell you, they have not even barely scratched the surface of their earning potential, but one thing at a time, right? So maybe in the future they will. But Meghan has been selling a lot of things for a lot of people, and not just since she married Harry, but that's something that she's been doing for. The only criteria is something sustainable, something ethical. That's all Meghan wants, is sustainable and ethical. So, and of course, quality. Quality is also very important. So you can't go wrong when you look towards something that Meghan wears or purchased or whatever. So I am glad to help out. And staying in line with that conversation, you may recognize those earrings. Those earrings have caused a spot of bother. But how could they? They're just inanimate objects. Objects. What is wrong with me today? Objects. Inanimate objects. More coffee. Hold on. Okay. Bet y'all won't be up all night tonight. Okay, so those inanimate objects. Did I just say it again? Those earrings. How about if I just say earrings? Those earrings are the ones that Meghan was wearing when she was over in Narnia, right? Well, take a look here. Meghan loves of freebies. Duchess accepts pair of 1,990 pound earrings from Dragon Den hopefuls after Prince Harry revealed she shared gifts out. So there was some part of Spare where Harry mentioned something about gifts. To be honest with you, I don't remember. I wasn't so, taken by it. It was just one of those pretty innocuous things where you just don't think much of it. This is how we handled things when it came to gifts at Kensington Palace. Okay, fine. I didn't think much of it, but of course, somebody at the tabloids was thinking a lot of it, and they were constantly thinking about it. They constantly tried to find some kind of way to show that Meghan was just there to get whatever she could get, right? That she was plotting and scheming from day one. So Sydney Newhouse and Jessica Warch, co-founders of the ethical lab-grown diamond company, appeared on Dragon Den, the BBC version of Shark Tank, last week, sharing that they launched without investment and managed to convince Markle to wear one of their pieces just 2 months later. So could you imagine that? 2 months after you take the big plunge to start your own business, to get involved with the design of jewelry. And what an ethical way. Like I said, Meghan likes things that are ethically sourced, right? And so the man-made diamonds, the diamonds that are created in a laboratory, if you don't know how that process goes, they actually, if I'm correct, I saw this some time ago, but I'm going to just wing it. They take a chip, a blank, if you will, of a regular diamond, a regular good old chip of blood diamond, right? And then they put it in a machine where they use carbon. The machine duplicates thousands, if not millions of years of pressure and heat, that which is needed to produce diamonds, right? They say that diamonds have everything in common with a piece of charcoal. It's carbon. It's basically just carbon, but it's carbon that has been under incredible force, right? Time and heat is what's needed, along with a lot of pressure. And that little clump of coal or whatever it is compacted until it turns into a diamond. And then, of course, that is where those diamonds come from. If I get any part of that wrong or whatever. So the point is, it comes out of a machine. You don't have to send people down into a diamond mine, and you don't exploit people and then mark them up as though they're so rare and unattainable. Now, if tested, there is a way, the way that light refracts in the man-made diamond, you can tell it's not the real thing. However, to the untrained eye, you can't tell. You have to use a machine. You have to use like a light or one of those things. And that's the only way you can tell. But us civilians, we would never know the difference. And so that is a ethical sourced diamond. It doesn't involve sending people down into the earth looking for it. You can take existing specks of diamonds and make something bigger out of it. So that's why Meghan was like, you know what? This is ethically sourced. I'll try it. So interesting. When outlets chose to run with a false narrative, when the owner of the company has confirmed multiple times that Meghan purchased the earrings with her own money, said one of the squatties, but they won't let the truth get in the way of a clickbait headline. What is that? Amorite? All right. But anyway, that's a quote that I took from one of the squatties. And so, am I right? That's what it says. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, you're right, anonymous squatty. You are right. So that happened. And so, listen, you all, sometimes I just don't have it in me to talk about certain things because I have to protect my mental health. And today, you know how they say the right person at the right time? Let me tell you, when I say that there's some things that only Petal can do, there are some things that only Petal of Facts and 2 Cents can do. Petal has the passion of a great artist. She has the wisdom of a great teacher. And you put those together, and she can articulate something like nobody else can. So she spoke about the whole African parks thing. I knew I wasn't going to touch that one. I'm just like, I just can't. But Petal did, and it was awesome. So thank you for that, Petal. I mean, I was listening intently. I was just like, yes, give them hell, Petal. So yeah, there's just certain things only Petal can do. But this one, I was just like, I'm not going to touch it. But then when I saw that they finally changed the story, meaning that the tabloids had to go back and correct themselves. As a matter of fact, the original Daily Mail article, I can't find it. You know, the one that said, how dare she? Because she didn't dare. She didn't do it at all. But again, that doesn't seem to stop them. Knowing the truth and knowing better does not seem to stop the tabloids. And while they are slandering people, while they are making up stuff, you can rest assured that it is very rare that they ever come back to correct anything. Thank you, Lydia. I'm going to put Petal's link at the top of the page right now. Let me see. There we go. I put it at the top of the chat. So there's the link to Petal of Facts and Two Cents. Oh, it was beautiful. It was great. I was listening to her. It was just like fire and music. It was incredible. I'm just like, now that is the way it's done, right? That is the way it's done. Lex says there are 3 forms of carbon: graphite in pencils, most stable, Bucky Balls, and diamond. Is that a reference to Charles? Diamonds are forever. They become graphite eventually. Okay. I did not know that. Well, thank you so much. Now what is the Bucky Ball? What is a Bucky Ball? Do I need to look that up? I've never heard of a Bucky Ball. Is that what the sovereign just does that have something to do with Charles and his nether region? I'm just asking for a friend. I try not to get that personal with a monarch. But thank you so much. Thank you. Bucky balls literally look like a soccer ball. Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up because I've never heard that before. Bucky ball. Huh. Oh, that is actually a carbon material or carbon-like material. And it has the shape of a hexagon. Shut the front door. Until 2012, when the Consumer Product Safety Commission banned them, it turns out that they are a big hazard to small children who would often eat them. The balls would attract them. Others inside the digestive tract cause massive damage. I'm looking at this picture of it. Oh, yes, I see. Okay. Wow, I didn't know this was a thing. I just learned something. A Bucky ball. Not a Chucky ball, a Bucky ball. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Okay, let's keep it moving. So Duchess Meghan purchased her Kimi earrings in 2019. They weren't freebies, says Celebici. As we discussed on a recent episode of UK show Dragon Den, the founders of the jewelry brand Kimi revealed that their business grew by leaps and bounds right after the Duchess of Sussex wore a pair of their lab-grown diamond earrings in January of 2019. To a SmartWorks event, Kimi founder Sydney Newhouse and Jessica Warch told the panel that they got Meghan to wear the earrings by cold emailing her. The British papers have been ranting about it for several days, trying to say that Meghan accepted these earrings as freebies, and she would have said no, or she should have shared with staffers, or blah, blah, blah. As it turns out, while Meghan did hear that is about the company through a cold email, she actually purchased the earrings purchased the earrings she wore in 2019. She also purchased another pair from the brand and wore the second pair during the last year's Invictus game. There. So they lied. Right here, Duchess Meghan wore a pair of gifted lab-grown diamond earrings. So that is January 30th. And that is the one that they had today. So the 30th reads like this. In January 2019, during the Duchess of Sussex's first pregnancy, she made a visit to her patronage SmartWorks. It was a great event for her. She met some of the human beings helped by SmartWorks, and she helped style them for their job interviews. I think she sat in on some interview prep sessions, and she looked through the available clothing and accessories. Maybe that was when she came up with the idea for the SmartWorks capsule collection, one of her wildly successful initiatives while she was being held hostage in the UK. As you know, Celibici has quite a sense of humor. Okay. Oh, what in the world was that? Okay. That was nothing. Pardon. Yeah, pardon, that was nothing. Raffaella Bertoni, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so now, as you can see, the British papers are picking this up and running it as a negative, like, how dare Meghan accept freebies, blah, blah, blah. Kate accepts freebies too. It's just that the British media doesn't climb up her behind when she does it. Instead of talking about the bloody freebies, talk about how Meghan received cold emails about lab-grown diamonds, and she gave such a huge boost to female entrepreneurs. She gave them millions in free advertising just by wearing their earrings once. So if I understand the timing of this, before everybody had to go back and say, okay, Meghan purchased her earrings, Celibici was still, on the ground and defending them. So what? I love that. They were already defending them, like she gave them millions of dollars of free advertising. Now, see, that's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to just say, wait, don't deny and don't agree. Defend. That's how you do it. So, as you can see, Celibici, they didn't say yay or nay, this or that. They just defended Meghan's ability to wear something and the way that it actually uplifts and help these unknown, starter sustainable companies. And that's what you're supposed to do. So that's why I didn't touch it, because I'm just like, I didn't think that Meghan just received gifts when she was with the royal family. I knew that there was some protocol for that. And of course, when you're a person of color and you're in an institution like that, you always have to do everything by the book whenever and wherever possible. So I didn't think there was anything to it, but it just really ticked me off. So that's why I didn't say anything about it. But now everybody's backtracking. Everybody is going back. All of the tabloids are going back to tell the story again. And this time, the Daily Mail says Meghan purchased. Now they're saying Meghan purchased the earrings. But a couple days ago, it was, how dare she? How dare she? Oh, Lord. Just as I said that, okay, I'm not even going to tell you the story that just popped up. I'm not even going to mention that one. This is one of those exhausting stories, have nothing to do with the Sussexes, by the way. So I don't want to get off track but it did catch my attention. I'm sorry about that. So, so now they're going out of their way. Meghan purchased 1,990-pound diamond earrings from Dragon Den hopeful. That's the Daily Mail today. They weren't saying that the other day. The other day it was, how dare she? And you know what? When the story first came out, I think I have a feeling where that story, I mean, I have an idea where that story comes from. You know where it comes from, right? Hello? Hello? Is this the Daily Mail? Senior Royal here. Hello? That's probably where it came from. And if it wasn't that, then it was probably, well, no, I'm going to leave her alone. But somebody called themselves ratting her out, I'm sure. Let me see. Oh, TMCD Baron. Now I can't get Bucky Balls out of my head. Well, it won't be a problem. When it's a problem is when it turns into Chucky Balls. Long as you're still stuck with Bucky Balls, that's not a problem. But the other one, you have to think of a 75-year-old 75-year-old should be a pensioner, but yeah, you have to think of a 75-year-old man with childbearing hips, hands like catcher's mitts, a rosacea nose, and cherry lip gloss. So long as you're saying Bucky and not Chucky, you're okay. And also, thank you for 10 months membership. Oh, no. Good night. You're leaving us? Oh, no. Well, have a good night, BS Speaks Royally, and thank you for stopping by. So right there, you can see, what's his name? The guy there in the middle, I forget his name every time, but he has the most watched YouTube channel in all of Britain. And he actually spent the day with Willie Leaks. Oh my God. After that, I stopped watching him. But he's good, though. He's good. He's like someone everybody loves to sit down and talk to. Very easygoing manner, very smart. Ask all the right questions. He's very good at his job. He is very good. And anyway, he's on their version of Shark Tank, and he invested in the company. So Meghan's endorsement boosted fine jewelry brand Kimi with $1.2 million dollar investment on LinkedIn. Jessica Warch, co-founder, shared that Meghan wearing their earrings shortly after their launch transformed their fortunes, leading to a 10,000% sales increase and global visibility. Like I say, I can't wait until the Sussexes are doing some stuff for themselves. But right now, they're happy to do things the way they are, and I'm happy for them. But I'm just like, come on, y'all. So, yeah, this is the slides that I shared yesterday. So if this looks familiar to you, this is what I shared yesterday. Okay. All that small print. Those letters are not baby boomer friendly size letters. Now, keeping up with that trend, Meghan debuted a pair of gold Jennifer Meyer hammered disc earrings to the premiere of Bob Marley One Love in Jamaica on January 2024, which of course was this month. And those are the earrings. They're beautiful, right? Very, very low key, very simplistic, quality design. Just very, very Meghan. Smooth, clean lines. Meghan likes to keep things simple. So there she is wearing those earrings right there. Could you imagine what that's going to do for their business? Okay, and now I'm going to move on to another topic here. Let me drink some water. Very dry in here tonight. And of course, I got to clean out my humidifier. You know, when the water sits for a couple of days, it is best to just clean it out. I use vinegar. I'm going to clean it out, make sure I get all the bacteria out of it. And then I'm going to fill it with some water and use it again. But it's not good to have water sitting around. You don't want to breathe that stuff. Desiree Dotson, hello, Baron, and my squatty family. Basically, what we have is the royal family not wanting Meghan to be. Why don't I do this? Because it's moving. Okay. She's just too much competition for them in everything. She's genuine. They are fakers. Yes, they are. And thank you for being here tonight. So right there, the town council with the relatively small budget spent more than £20,000 on the coronation. The report put some blame on people in the council who clearly believed the hype and thought they'd make money back when large crowds turned up. It didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. So as you can see, there is an empty field and this huge jumbotron that they had to pay a fortune to erect in the park for the tens of thousands of people who wanted to be together, holding each other and embracing and sharing the joy of seeing that overindulged baby boomer take his place on the throne. Right. That's what they thought. I mean, I'm maybe in the minority here, but seeing these two people ascend to the throne, these two adulterers, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get these people who are just like the rest of us. I mean, why? Why are people making a fuss over them? They're no different than the rest of us. And so these people spent all of that money putting that jumbotron up. And, you know, it's expensive. Those jumbotrons are expensive. I mean, they don't just appear. You have to pay someone to put those things up. And by doing that, it costs them a pretty penny. So unfortunate for that town council, but that's where the money went. But then again, I'm not the one who's an authority on these things. I am not. But I know someone who is an authority.
I just don't get it. I don't get any of it.
What do you mean? You don't get what?
I don't get why we're so obsessed with these humans that are exactly the same. Like, it could be us four sitting there. I just don't get it.
But are you talking about what you mean as royals or as like Kim Kardashian? Because for me, they're becoming
I love the Queen.
Well, yeah, to me, that's all they are.
The Queen is their
I love the Queen.
Brilliant.
I love the Queen.
No, duty, responsibility.
She's always worked really hard, hasn't
I would
she?
work hard if the whole country paid for me to have like 12 houses and work really hard.
But they don't pay for all of the houses. But
just a few.
Well, I would work hard if the whole country paid me. I just don't get it. I don't get any of it. Yeah, I don't get it either. How interesting if how interesting if at all, are you in King Charles III coronation? Let me see. Oh, Lord, I can't even see that. I'm just going to skip. I can't even see that. That's so small. Yeah, I can't see it. I'm skipping. I don't know why I put that up there. So British TV allowed monarchy to censor coverage of king's coronation. All the money that was spent on that coronation, and the BBC just got their orders from the Clarence House. They said any of the bits, well, I'll tell you how they did it. They had certain things that the palace told them not to air again. I repeat, the palace told them not to air certain bits of that day again, like the Not My King people, and they listened. And when I say that, I'm not talking about for the documentary. I'm saying for that day. They were going to run segments of the, they planned to run segments of the coronation later that day. Well, the palace told the BBC what to omit from any rebroadcast of the coronation. Essentially, they edited the coronation. They censored it. Yeah, they censored it. And the BBC, well, they listened. Well, not just BBC. I suppose that's everyone. They said British TV, not BBC, British TV. So, you know what? They have a lot more power than people give them credit for. And of course, for all of that, you have a council that spent £20,000 on a jumbotron. You had other councils spending, and remember, there's a lot of councils who said they weren't going to do anything. They did not feel it. They said, we're not doing it. That's a waste of money. And what upstaged everything and everybody? Harry's hanger. It took Harry's hanger to upstage his father's coronation. Charles will only have one coronation in his life. Charles waited 70 years for his coronation. And what drew all the attention away from his coronation? Did they find the Amelia Earhart's plane? Was it Titanic? They located the Titanic? Nope. Let me see. Oh, somebody finally knows the recipe for Coca-Cola. Nope. None of that actually happened. None of that would distract anyway. It just took Harry's hanger to draw everybody's attention away from the festivities of the day. So just goes to show you could spend a lot of money and still not yield the results. Like, for instance, that day, out of all of the beautiful clothes that we saw, I bet you all can only remember one designer from that day. The name? Dior. Harry was wearing that Dior morning suit. And that was the outfit of the day, Dior. Nothing else mattered, just Dior. So Charles Pay frozen again. 7 palaces, 10 castles, 1 wife, 2 kids, and a coronation to support. So that's pretty much the way to sum it up, is that now that he's king, nothing miraculous happened. He just has 7 palaces, 10 castles, 1 wife, 2 kids, and a coronation to support. And nothing else matters. Now, directly from the Sussex Squad Detective Agency. Yes, the Sussex Squad Detective Agency, we keep receipts. If I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, don't mess with the Sussex Squad. They've got receipts. So, but they tried it. They tried it. Don't ever mess with the Squaddies. They've got receipts. FBI ain't got nothing on you guys. Sussex Squad, hashtag toxic British. Well, let me show you the receipt. Let me show you. So one of the derangers tried it. well, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I think someone what is this one right here? Oh yeah. On the right side there, congratulations, Princess Recovery. Catherine spotted leaving hospital after 14 days surgery, right? But if you look on the left side, you can see the original article. Mind how you go. Kate Moment, Duchess of Cambridge, stumbled on the way to the car after a royal engagement as Prince William reached to support her. So they tried to pass off the photo on the left side, even made it really blurry and grainy looking. They tried to pass that off as being Kate Middleton leaving the hospital. The thing is, not just the Sussex squad, but a lot of people have been saying, where's Kate? Where's Kate? We need proof of life. Where's Kate? And so far, nobody has seen Kate. And so they just... oh. Okay, Miranda Rios. That is a possibility. I'm not saying that I agree, but I'm just saying that that is a possibility. I knew I saw something out the corner of my eye. But yeah, so one of the derangers tried to convince us that, that Kitty was actually photographed leaving hospital, not the hospital, but hospital. When in Rome. But yeah, they saw her leaving hospital. Whereas on the left side, you can see that is actually a November 13th, 2019 story. Huh? Okay. Now, Prince William had Kate sitting far from him while ex-girlfriend Jekka was sitting right above him. Kate was mean to Harry's girlfriends because he treated them better than Willie treated her. She was never going to let Harry be happy with anyone he married. She's a problem. So I want you to see this up close because there's a lot going on here. That appears to be Carol Middleton looking directly at Jekka. And also you can see Kate all the way over there. And I think behind that arrow is her brother James Middleton. And up front, you can see Harry with, is it Cressida? And there's Will. So Harry's there with his girlfriend. Jekka is right behind Will. That's the one who rejected him. And there's Kate all the way over there, like a, what do you call it? Like a troll, I guess. Or like a, what do you call that? What is the word I'm looking for? Stalker. Yeah, like a stalker or something like that. Even the guy in the first row, who is probably one of the aristocrats, is looking back wondering, how in the world did she get in here? So, yeah, as you can see, there's her mama. There's Kate mama right there behind Will pulling the strings. Yep. Now, I cannot verify this photo is authentic, but I have no reason to believe it's not. This is the first time I've ever seen it. And the person who shared it was even kind enough to place arrows. So, like I say, there's a whole lot going on here. So you have Harry. Oh, you know what I just noticed too? I don't know if this means anything, but notice how Harry has only one side of his button-down shirt tucked in. Isn't that the way Meghan wore her white boyfriend or husband shirt or whatever it was? Remember when she first went to the Invictus game and she had that one side tucked in? Looks just like it, doesn't it? Looks just like it. Is that the right balcony, we need some color. Oh, yes, yes, it is the white right balcony. Yeah, we're getting there. This was before, this was before color. Okay. Now, here's some good news. Big news. We're in Target. We in Target, y'all. We in Target. Yes, they are in Target. Clever Blends. So the CEO, she went shopping today with her, I guess that's her husband and perhaps her daughter. But take a look there. You can get Clever Blend in all of those states. Peep our store locator to check if we are in your local Target. Okay, so that is all the places where you can find it. Is that all 50 states? Huh, just about. Yeah, just about. Well, I'm not going to count. But anyway, that's where you can find the Clever blends from coffee bar to 500 Target stores. Oh, so they're only in 500 stores. I don't know how many Target stores there are anyway. So, but yeah, there you go. Good news. Good news. Rosalind Wade. Oh, thank you very much for that. I appreciate those words. That is very kind of you. And then, so they went in the store and they found the rack with the Clever Blend. And then she got so excited, she just jumped on his back. And there's a cute video. I cannot share it here for obvious reasons. Don't want any problem with the copyright. But yeah, she got so excited, she just jumped on his back. Very cute. And then right here, you can see that that was one of the, I think that was a Instagram post where she's there with Meghan. And then that little print right there says, holy crap, we're in Target, 500 stores, baby. From tiny little coffee bar to this growing, is it going? Oh, I can't even see that. Hold on, let me find it someplace else. Little blurry. Okay. Oh, that's better. To this gorge. Okay, from tiny coffee bar to this gorge display in the red and white Hall of Fame. And yes, our branding is entirely different. We can explain more on that later this week. For now, we're just over here ugly crying. Well, actually, you know what? I guess that's her husband. He was actually crying. If you got to see the video, it's on their Instagram. If you go to the Clever Blend Instagram, he was actually crying. He was just so proud and so overwhelmed. And she's like, "Are you crying?" And he looked up. He's like, "Yeah." But yeah, it was very sweet. I'm happy for them. And right there, you can see clearly. This is actually an image that one of the Squatties posted where they went to their local Target, and there it is. And you know, when it's out on that middle aisle like that, that means that they are really, really promoting it. So Target is not hiding the product amongst all the other coffee products. You can see is actually on prominent display right there on the side of the aisle. So very cool. That's that main aisle where you have to go down, so you won't be able to miss it. And they did redesign the font and the packaging, so I was curious about that, and she will explain it later. She said, Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex's latest coffee business. Yeah, this article is from a while ago, February 2023 it is. Harry's wife promotes Clever brand and appears in their video on social media. So you can tell that that is That is a very continental news agency. Harry's wife. What year is this? Harry's wife? That was 2023, not 1923. Harry's wife. You know, in the old days, you needed your husband to help you get credit. If you wanted a credit card, you had to get your husband to sign for it. I heard that. I'm like, is that real? Is that real? Oh, Dutch me not. You had an operation on your eye? Oh, you're doing just fine. You're doing just fine. Yeah, looks good to me. Wow, that is, well, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for going through all that extra work to text or comment. Wow, that is very impressive. Thank you. Bobo Romero. Yeah, I still got a little ways to go. I still got a little ways to go. So there you go. You could also order Clever Blend from Target. You can see right there. They have, let me see, each package is $21.49. And I forgot how many cups you get out of each package, but there you go. You can order it from the Target homepage or webpage or whatever. Now, let's talk about a business that isn't doing so well, like the Middletons and their 500 million home left me high and dry. So, as you know, there has been a bit of a problem for the Middletons. They have champagne taste and beer bottle pockets. They done run out of money. They have hit the rocks. They they're bankrupt. And their business, Party Pieces, had to be sold for pennies on the dollar. Someone took it over. And if you ask me, someone who's just having pity on that family, because, you know, most people go to the Party store or to the dollar store, the pound store, or the pound plus store, or the dollar plus store, or most people just order direct from, you know, Target, Amazon, eBay, and Walmart. Most people are just ordering direct. They're not even bothering with that anymore. So go figure. Party Pieces has gone kaput. That's right, Kim Peaches. They just can't stand the fact that these people have titles. I mean, that Meghan has titles, not these people. Collapsed business and debt in the millions, says the Evening Standard. Keeping up with the Middletons. You know, they are really trolling that family. They are really trolling that family. Doesn't that sound a lot like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where a controlling mother marries her daughters off to billionaires and they have a son who never seemed to make Oh, man. Right? That's Keeping Up with the Kardashian, with the Middletons. You know, if I was them, I would talk to my lawyer. If I was them, I'd talk to my lawyer. I wouldn't let them get away with that. Keeping Up with the Middletons. As Party Pieces is sold, leaving small vendors out of pocket. James Middleton appears to be having business woes of his own. Luciana Bellini has the latest from the royal in-laws. Oh, okay. But yeah, isn't that something? They buy Poe as a chicken wing. Oh, I tell you, the stress of it all has weighed heavily on the Middletons, especially the Middleton women. And it didn't have to be this way. It really didn't have to be this way. If only they had spent more time managing that company instead of running around trying to keep up with the Windsors and riding in carriages and wearing fancy clothes and big hats. Well, you wanted the high life. You wanted something better. And now, of course, it is more obvious to everyone what we assumed in the first place, and that is that Carol Middleton is a bit of a social climber. They even mentioned it in The Crown, and you know that everything about the other family members is true. The only thing that they get wrong in The Crown is Harry, but the rest of that stuff, and Diana, Harry and Diana, but everything else in The Crown is real and authentic and true. Even the private, confidential conversations to the likes of which no one could have possibly have been there, even those are true. The only thing they get wrong is when they try to quote Harry and, try to depict Harry and Diana. That's what they get wrong. But this, they got it 100% right. She did take her daughter out of college and put her in another school because she heard William would be there. And some people are saying that since The Crown was shown, that William has become embarrassed by the content, by the assertion that his mother-in-law saw him as a bit of a mark, if you will, and pushed her brilliant, educated, well-spoken, fashionista daughter off on him, right? I'm being sarcastic. So once William realized that people were laughing at him, remember that the movie Carrie? They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. But truthfully, though, William's very posh, aristocratic friends, they all laughed at the Middletons. They laughed at the Middletons. I don't know how this marriage happened, because people in those social circles, they used to call the girls the Wisteria sisters. They referred to them as the Wisteria sisters because just like the vine, I think it's a flower, the wisteria flower, it grows like a vine. It grows on those trellises and stuff. Well, just like the wisteria crawls up the trellis, the trellis, you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that happened with Kate and Pippa. They started climbing their way up. They just grew and they crawled up the wall. And next thing you know, they were at Westminster Abbey on Kate's wedding day. You see, there were other people that William had an eye for, but the reason why they wouldn't have him is the same reason why everything looks the way it looks today, because they knew that that was a road to nowhere, that you come into that marriage with nothing, and by the time they push you back out, you still don't have anything. That's what happened to Diana. Diana had a personality. She had a joy, a zest for life, and they did everything they could to try to strip that away from her. They weren't completely successful, but unfortunately, she's no longer with us because, well, that mysterious accident in Paris in the tunnel. With that being said, Diana had to try to find her own voice and make her own way. She's very brave to do that. Very brave, especially with the weight of the royal family breathing down on her neck. Oh, that had to be tough, but she was very brave. Kate, well, I'm afraid she's just stuck. She's stuck until she's not needed anymore. Very sad. I mean, you can't tell which one, if nobody knew who they were, would you actually know who was the older? Would you actually know? She has aged rapidly in that role. Yeah, she has aged rapidly. Doesn't look good. Let me see. Makes me ask what changed and what happened on the 28th. I know the list was released and a rumor of that situation and that situation. Yeah. It does make you wonder. As a matter of fact, let me go and find that article. Let me go and find that article. You know which one I'm talking about, right? Let me go and find it. The one about the boat. The one about the boat. I still have it. I still have it here somewhere. Because they were trying to say that, that Meghan, they were trying to call Meghan, and they kept doing that, by the way. They kept trying to paint Meghan, which of course is the usual projection, calling her the yacht girl. Yacht.
According to Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Where is it? I'm trying to remember. There is a key word I'm looking for. Is it Volkswagen? I can find it if I can just find that key word in the article. What was one of those other companies? Oh, I know another way I can find it. Maybe. I have it labeled. I know I have it labeled. I got over 80,000 things in my photos. So that's why it's always difficult to find stuff unless I'm very specific about what I'm looking for. Ha! Got it. Got it. You don't want to even know how I found it, but I got it. I got it. Okay. So here we go. Thank you, TB. You kind of triggered my thoughts to find this. So, Forging of a Princess. Now, this was a Daily Mail article, right? How generations of steely social climbing matriarchs shaped Kate Middleton's character. The corporate clients loved her, especially the way she always seemed to be showing off her slender legs in tight blue shorts as she served gin and tonics and lunch. She was working as a deckhand on a 72-foot sailing boat on the Solent, looking after important clients of mighty companies such as Barclays, BT, Nokia, Toshiba, and Volkswagen. The year was 2001, and everyone referred to the tall, slim girl earning 40 pounds a day as Beautiful Kate. Yeah. So, if that means anything about the conversation that's been going on the past couple of days, I don't know. I'm just the messenger. I'm just sharing the information. But this is a Daily Mail article. The tabloids did everything they could to discourage to discourage the acceptance of the Middletons, and somehow, some way, they were ignored. And it wasn't until Meghan came along, when they had someone that they can pit against her, right? It wasn't until Meghan that they finally let it go. And of course, it wasn't just Meghan, it was also the invisible contract. It was the invisible contract. Oh, yeah, that one with the umbrella. Which one? There's been a couple of them. But if you mean the one when they were on the barge, yeah, that is a classic. Okay. Now, fast forward to a more recent image of Mom Middleton. It is like the Middleton family is being seized or set upon in some way. Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer! Yes, it seems like there is some type of tribal warfare or something going on with the Middleton family. They are being attacked from every direction. There have been leaks and there have been a lot of briefing about the Middletons. There's stuff that's been happening that we don't even need to know, but somebody's got it in for them. Somebody's got it in for them. Now, I don't know if it was that lady that kept going back and forth to the London clinic day after day while Charles was in there. It could be that lady that's in parts of this, but something is happening with those two households. The house of the Kensington Palace and the Clarence house, they seem to be going at it, briefing against each other, grandstanding. Literally plotting against each other. I don't know, but it just seems as though they're not on the same page. Now, for the sake of appearances, they always seem to get on just fine. But I wonder if this happened because of that concert after the coronation. Remember the concert when William gave that speech for his father who had his coronation that day? Well, Camilla had a coronation. She wasn't crowned. I mean, it wasn't her coronation, but she was crowned that day. And William neglected to mention her at all. He was not willing to mention or reference her at all in that speech. And you could see that she was very, very embarrassed by it. Yeah. Like right there on the left, OnlyFans, this person said that because Party Pieces has not paid their money that's owed, that they had to turn to OnlyFans to keep a roof over their head. Somebody went all around Buckleberry, where the Middleton family has their ancestral family. I'm just kidding. They didn't get that home from their ancestors. Remember, they're social climbers. They didn't have anything. They were poor. And some people say the only reason why they were able to afford this lifestyle is that Uncle Gary was subsidizing their lifestyle with baking soda. Yes, Uncle Gary's baking soda. I don't know if it was as strong as the baking soda that, the Strand Parker Bowles family has. They have a little concoction of their own, but they said Uncle Gary's baking soda is what kept that family afloat, that helped put Kate into those schools. and that by the time Party Pieces collapsed, the Middletons were mortgaged all the way up to their false lashes. Yep, all the way up to their hair pieces. They were in debt. Now, I didn't realize this until today. As I was going through looking for something to add to this story, I was like, is that the same hat? Is this like a tribute to her mom that she wore that red? Is that what it was about? Was it about mom? Was this sending a message of solidarity to the Middleton family when she wore that red? Don't know. Very interesting. And of course, like mother, like daughter, always flashing those legs. Yeah. Right there. As a matter of fact, there is a movie that is based upon the Middletons, and is called A Middlebum Tale. Yes, A Middlebum Tale. And starring Kate. Kate as the Middlebum. I love that photo. Now that's one of mine. That one is one of mine. Kind of looks like a Cold War Steve, but that is my creation. Yep, coming soon to a theater near you. A Middlebum Tale. Now let's get to net worth. So I never saw this article before, but before I go on, you guys, just take a look at how healthy and robust Kate is there. Now, that may have been during one of her pregnancies, not sure, but it's just odd to see her looking so plump and healthy, because she's looked anything but that in the past few years. In the past few years, she's been having that I have been plotting against a woman of color look. For the past couple of years, she's had that I am wearing clothes and jewelry and shoes and such so that I can pretend to be someone that I'm not. I'm even doing public speaking now, or public mumbling now. Can you believe it? Now, this is a little bit of that article. Middleton net worth. Kate parents have made this much since she married Prince William. Is that right? The Middleton net worth. The parents of Kate Middleton, Duchess of Cambridge, are worth a hefty sum thanks to their family business, Party Pieces, and baking soda. But how much have they made since Kate met Prince William? But how much the Middletons worth? It is believed that Kate's parents has a hefty sum. Kate, Pippa, and James are all educated. Were all educated at Marlborough College, where the school fees are £19,000 a year. Michael and Carol Middleton live in a £6 million mansion. Now, remember, this story is from April 2018. They live in a £6 million mansion in the village of Bucklebury in West Berkshire. They also have said to own a flat in Chelsea, where Kate once lived, which was purchased for £780,000 in 2002. Wait, 2002? Wasn't that just a year? Wasn't that around the time? Oh, okay. Why am I going back there? I'm looking in the wrong place. What was happening in 2000 Oh, never mind. That was 2001. But I guess maybe they wanted her to be closer to work. Maybe they purchased that flat so she would be closer to work, right? Yeah, that's right. That way she'll be closer to work. Oh, Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here on Royal Sussex. And happy Thursday to you. Thank you very much. Wow, this week is going fast. Connie Balmer! You got it, Stevie Ross. You say it just like me, as a matter of fact. I almost thought that was me. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't just say anything. But yeah, so I wonder what was happening around. Oh, I'm trying to take that away. All right, so where was I at? Okay, Kate's parents are said to be worth £30 million earned from their business party pieces, according to OK Magazine. OK Magazine, not biased at all, as I say sarcastically. The company was started in 1981 by Carol when she was pregnant and began producing children's party bags. Right. By 2000, a year before Kate Middleton went to the University of St. Andrews, where she met Prince William, the company was on the internet and employed 10-member staff. But what was Kate Middleton's net worth? Now, this is strange. The Duchess of Cambridge net worth is £7 million. I repeat, Kate Middleton's net worth is £7 million back in 2018. So just 6 years ago? Is that right? 6 years ago, she had £7 million. What, pray tell, could she have possibly spent £7 million on? Where would she put £7 million? How did she earn £7 million? This is OK Magazine. That's supposed to be Kate Middleton's net worth. Kate's net worth is double Meghan's. Oh, I just said it. Doubles Meghan's, which is £3.5 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. So the whole point of this is not that Kate has money, but they could not have that black woman coming into the family with more money than Kate Middleton. So they made up something. You mean to tell me Kate Middleton, who's never had a job before, has a net worth of £7 million? They could not allow the black woman to come in there and be more successful than Kate Middleton. Woo! Okay, you said it, not me. No one wanted their daughters to be in that family after Diana. He had no choice, and she was there. That was for someone else. My Fair Lady. Not a bad movie. Liza Doolittle. Oh, that is for me. Liza Doolittle. Not a bad movie. Take a nothing and change it into something. Ooh, 7 purple auras. You are on fire. I love it. I am living for the shade. As well as her role in Suits, Meghan, a former actress, appeared as a suitcase girl on Deal or No Deal. See how they're trying to have a dig at Meghan? She also appeared in films like A Lot Like Love, Remember Me, Horrible Bosses, and Dysfunctional Friends. But you know where she did not appear? I'll tell you where she did not appear. She didn't appear on the deck of a boat. She wasn't working on a yacht. That was someone else who worked on a yacht. Meghan is not the yacht girl. It is Kate Middleton who worked on a yacht for 40 pounds a day. Remember that. Meghan may have held a suitcase, a briefcase on Deal or No Deal. And yes, she has been the rarest breed of them all, a working actress. Do you know how many people have gone and pursued their career in television or film and just never seem to make it? They spend more time just being an extra. But Meghan somehow managed to do it. So that is something I would be very proud of if I was Meghan, and she is. Meghan has always worked, whether it was at a yogurt shop or whether it is what do you call it, as an actress or volunteering. She's always worked, but she did not, I repeat, she did not work on a yacht. That's the other princess of the realm. Baron, you hit the nail on the head. The yacht bartender had more money than Meghan. Exactly. They just could not have that black woman coming in there more successful. This just goes to show you, though, in 2018, this was April of 2018, and they were married in May, right? This just goes to show you that even before the wedding, they were already after Meghan. They were already after her. That is very much an attack on Meghan a month before they got married. And this is what they wrote. A month before the marriage, and they are trying to make people believe that Kate Middleton, who never worked a day in her life, Kate Middleton hasn't done anything that would have earned her 7 million pounds. And I doubt if she had a dowry or inherited that type of money. Where would Kate get 7 million pounds from? That is puzzling. But don't worry about Carol. Carol can always go back to her old job somewhere in Buckleberry, maybe in the attic or down in the cellar. There's a rickety old beverage cart. And right now, I'm pretty sure Carol is walking back and forth in the driveway of their Buckleberry mansion, preparing, building up her stamina for the day when she'll have to go back to British Airways and go up and down the aisles of those planes selling beverages and passing out peanuts. Yeah. She'll be back. And what I didn't know before today is that Michael Middleton was also a flight attendant. He became a dispatcher. He got promoted to dispatcher, but he also worked as a flight attendant. I thought he was a pilot, but nay, he was a flight attendant, just like Carol. That's how they met, the two flight attendants. I tell you, they come a long way. Don't hate the hustle. Don't hate the hustle. Let's see. And once William collects all of the Infinity Stones, the earth is finite, its resources finite. If Africans are left unchecked, life will cease to exist. And just like that, William is going to, don't do it, don't do it. Yes, you are abominable, but you don't have to try to, you don't have to make people disappear, do you? I saw this, I screamed. I thought this was so funny. But could you imagine if William was Thanos? Imagine, well, he will be Thanos one of these days. William is going to be Thanos, and we are all going to be very sorry. You know what? I didn't realize I had so many slides. You know, I'm not done yet. I just wanted to give you guys an idea of the proximity from the Windsor Castle, because we talked about that yesterday, right? When I said I do believe that William is staying at Windsor instead of Adelaide Cottage, and that possibly there is some type of joint household thing going on. Now, I don't know this to be true. Everything I say is alleged for the lawyers that are listening, but why would you stay in that humble little Adelaide Cottage, right? When you can just stay over at the, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw a dark-haired woman waving for help in that tower. Y'all see that? I'm looking at the Windsor Castle Tower, and I thought I saw some dark-haired woman yelling for help. Huh. Maybe it's just my imagination. Anyway, as I was saying, just so you can see how close the two are. So there's Adelaide Cottage, and there's the Windsor Castle. Oh, you all don't see that? Look at the tower at the Windsor Castle. Do you see that? I promise you, I just saw it again. Seems like there was some dark-haired lady waving out of one of those little narrow windows at the tower there. But I don't know. Maybe I was dreaming. But good night, Anastasia. Maybe I was just dreaming. But anyway, there is Adelaide back there, and there's the so William. Now remember, William wanted to move directly into Windsor Castle, and Charles told him no. But I bet you he's in there now. So there's Windsor Castle, right? Just to give you an idea of the scale of things. That's Windsor Castle. Now, I believe all the homes that everybody live in is to the right. Everything is to the right. When Harry and Meghan jumped in that car, they went to the right. On the left side, that is where the town of Windsor is. Everything on the left side of this gate is the town of Windsor. But Windsor Great Park, this is what they refer to as Windsor Great Park. See all of that? That belongs to the family. It's part of the Crown Estate. All of that is Windsor Great Park. So right there, where you see that long line that spirals out, you can see the village is on one side of that line, and Windsor Great Park is on the other side of the line. So just to give you an idea of the layout. Now here's another view. They don't have Adelaide Cottage mentioned here, but you know it's right there next to Windsor. But there is Frogmore Cottage. There is Frogmore Mausoleum, where Queen Victoria is buried. And also, that is where the cemetery is. There's a burial ground, and that's where you'll find the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, and quite a few other royals are buried over there. And then you can see Frogmore House. And there's the Royal Golf Course. All of this is Windsor Great Park. All of this is part of, all of this is protected property. So when Harry and Meghan had to give up Frogmore Cottage, they gave up this gated community. It is a gated community. There are staff people that live here. There are other royals that live here, like the Duke of York, and well, now the Kate and Wills and the kids. and the Sussexes was there at Frogmore. Also, you can see there's a lot of water, right? They call it Frogmore because there were a lot of frogs there. It's a very damp area. There's a very high water table. And the mausoleum, the Frogmore Mausoleum, was actually damaged because it was so saturated. It was so saturated from all the moisture that was bleeding into the stone. So here's another view. There's Frogmore Cottage, there's Adelaide Cottage, and there's Windsor Castle. They say that Frogmore is a lot closer than what it appears here. And let me show you. If you look at on the left side there, it said, now, and I have trouble believing that that's accurate, but Adelaide and Frogmore are supposed to be 380 feet away. Well, that's what, about a third of a football field? Am I right? Is that about a third of a football field? So it doesn't seem like it's that close, but I don't know. I'm not on the ground. So not to be confused with Frogmore Cottage, that is Frogmore House. Frogmore House is a much larger property. And you can see it has all those chimneys on top, right? Frogmore Cottage also has a lot of chimneys. Well, they used to, burn wood for heat. And then, or coal. They used to burn coal, those little coal furnaces. Now, and there in the middle, that is Royal Lodge. That is where Andrew, the sick old man, lives there. It's almost difficult to tell the difference between Royal Lodge and Frogmore House. I'll tell you the easy way, the chimneys. Frogmore House is the one that has all those chimneys kind of bunched together. And Royal Lodge doesn't have all those big chimneys on it. So that's the easy way to tell them apart. Okay, so that was just to give you an idea of how everything's laid out over at Windsor Castle and Great Windsor Park. So Holness responds to British media backlash from Harry and Meghan's visit. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has shrugged off criticism in the British media about Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle hobnobbing with him during their attendance of the global premiere of the Bob Marley One Love film last Monday as merely more publicity for Jamaica. I like that. I like that. Why make it complicated? It's good publicity. He said, I was pleased and I was also very happy to see royals coming to participate in this major event. Notice he said royals, not Meghan and Harry, but royals participating in this major event. Unsuspecting, little did I know that I'd be drawn into some internal issue in the United Kingdom, but so it is, more publicity for Jamaica. He said amid chuckles, sharing that he also went to the production set of the film. The Prime Minister said his interactions with cast members showed that they were enamored with Jamaican culture. Oh, yeah, that's right. Some of the actors were British, right? The guy that plays Bob Marley, he's actually from Britain. So, of course, they had to learn about Jamaica. I had the opportunity to meet the actors, and they were all very taken with Jamaica. It was like coming home for them and making connection with Jamaica and Jamaica's impact on the world, and with Bob Marley and what Marley represents, he said. Meanwhile, Holness noted that this investment in Jamaica's screen-based industry will not only yield significant economic benefits, but its development will also have cultural benefits. And that's what I was saying, you guys. Jamaica, as a culture, as a country, it's like hard to go any place in the world where you don't find people have embraced or is fascinated with Jamaica, with the culture, the food. There's Jamaican communities in so many places around the world. It's like if all of these people from Jamaica are here, who's back home in Jamaica? But it's just that big of an impact. And so I agree with him. This is just going to help people, decide their next vacation or decide what they want for dinner, decide what kind of music to buy or whatever. So there's a certain aesthetic. There's a lot that you get from Jamaica. And so this did not have to happen for people to notice Jamaica, but it is a film, and there is an industry that the film will support, and that is an investment in Jamaican filmmaking. So it's a good thing Harry and Meghan were there. I'm glad for it because the movie looks like it's very good, and everybody seems to be impressed by it. And so if Harry and Meghan being there helps more people to see it, then that's a good thing. Plus, it gives Harry and Meghan a chance to do some networking. So it was a win-win for everybody involved. It really was. Even the tabloid media, because they were able to generate a bunch of clicks and, pay their mortgages or whatever. So it was a win-win for everyone. And cheers to Andrew Holness for being so cool about it. I mean, this guy is unflappable. He's just, nothing gets to him. And that's cool. He did not feed into the nonsense. So very, very proud and happy. Okay, so Mr. Andrew Holness has, that's the same thing that was on the other one. So yeah, don't need that. Now, some of you American baby boomers might recognize this character. I hanker for a hunk of, a slice of slab, a chunk of, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Remember that song? That is one of those ABC after school characters. After school, they used to have certain programming. And during the Saturday morning cartoons, they had certain programming. And this character, who's like a little cowboy, he is supposed to remind us if we're going to have a snack after school, to have something healthy, like a piece of cheese, as opposed to, a candy bar, a Suzy Q, a ho-ho, a ding-dong, or a cupcake, all on the same day. And I must confess, I have cashed in a many of soda bottle so that I could go and get me a little snack after school, like some barbecue Jay's potato chips or something like that. So this guy was here to teach us to snack responsibly, right? Cute, right? Well, I wouldn't have believed it myself, but on the internet today, somebody has found a real person that looks just like this guy. A real person. Now, I can't show you the actual video of this person, but check it out. I hanker for a hunk of, a slice of slab, a chunk of, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. He looks just like him. He looks just like him. When I saw this, I nearly flipped back in the chair. I couldn't believe it, but it was funny. And I don't have a link for the video because it was on Instagram and I couldn't figure out how to grab the link. But oh my God, this guy gave me my life. Looks just like him. And at the beginning of the cartoon, he says, bang, bang, bang. He does. He says, bang, bang, bang. It's me. Oh, my goodness. Millionaire says, that man has been eating more than cheese, Baron. Yeah, I would say that's a monumental understatement. I think it's been more than cheese. Definitely more than cheese. Bang, bang, bang. Let me see. Hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yeah, it's time for timer. That's what it says. Time for timer. Okay. I saw the lyrics for that earlier. Let me see. There are some lyrics. Oh, there it is right there. Time for timer. Okay. Okay, it says, when I get up and I go as I got up, when I hanker for a hunk of cheese, when I'm dancing a hoedown and my boots kind of slow down, or anytime I'm weak in the knees, I hanker for a hunk of, a slice of slab or chunk of, a snack a day, a winner, and it won't spoil your dinner. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Oh man. Now that's a nice little let me see. Yeah, that's a nice little step down memory lane. But yeah, if you guys want to find this guy, just go you can go on YouTube and just put in hanker for a hunk of cheese and you can see the little cartoon. But it is on YouTube. Just look up hanker for a hunk of cheese and you'll find them. And you can see what some of us Sussex squad members who were around at that time, this would have had to have been back in the early 70s, right? Back in the early 70s, you'll be able to see this little cartoon. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, guess what? I'm done. That was it. I am done, you guys. I am so done. Thank you all so much for being here. Love you guys. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Don't forget to pray for everyone who has had surgery, in the process of having surgery, or recovering from injury. Don't forget to pray for everyone because it seems as though the Sussex squad is being tested right now. There's a few people under the weather. I was on Spaces earlier. Well, I was listening to Spaces, and there was a few people on Spaces that seemed to have been recovering or had been sick or something like that. I'm just like, what in the world is going on? But that's okay. We have enough Sussex squad prayers and positive energy to go around. So do pray for everyone who is suffering or recovering or, like I said, about to have surgery soon. They need your prayers. And don't forget to pray for yourselves, each other, and the Sussexes. In the meantime, don't forget when you go to the comment section, I do have all of those new. Oh, Connie Bomber, you missed this. Look, I got some new emojis. I have some new emojis. So you guys, when you go to comment, there's all of these new emojis that you can use. And it's only for people that have memberships. So you have to have a Royal Sussex membership, which start as low as $4.99. Yes, $4.99. So when I post those member-only videos, you know, the ones where it starts off where I'm all dressed up like a cowboy or a police officer, those videos. And then all of a sudden, Ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba. Boom, ba-ba. Boom, ba-ba. Boom. You know, those videos. Only members get to see those videos. Right? And and if you get the membership today, if I see enough new members, then that means I'm going to post the other video that's only available for members. You know, the one that says, how does that song go? You know, the My Pony song. Yeah, I'm just a bachelor looking for, how does that song go? Anyway, you will be eligible for that video. So for that one, I definitely will dress up as a cowboy. Yes, good night. Good night, you all. Don't stay too late. It is a work night. Good night. Good night, good night, good night. I am done. I am done. Gosh, I wasn't expecting to be on that long, but it's only 2.5 hours. That's not bad. Bow, 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 boom, boom, boom. Yes, that's the video that you're going to be looking for. So if I get enough new members, look for that video. Boom, 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 boom. I'm telling you, it's going to be fire. It is going to be fire. So if I get enough new members, I'm telling you, everything's coming off. Everything. You'll get a chance to see what gravity does to the human body. You'll see over 50 years of gravitational pull at work. Gravity, high fructose corn syrup. You'll get a chance to see the results of all of those things. I promise you've never seen anything like it. Never. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I don't know, Marshar. Believe me, I've seen better days, and I'm probably not to be had for the price of a cocktail. But I promise you, if you can find some Hostess ho-hos or ding-dongs, I'm pretty easy. I'm pretty easy. I'd give it up for a good pack of Hostess ho-hos or ding-dongs. Or both. That way I can do the taste test. Yeah, I'm pretty easy. Okay, y'all, I gotta go because you can see my voice is going. I'm so tired. I wanted to take a nap earlier and I just couldn't do it. By the time I laid down, I'm just like, now I'm not sleepy. So I just decided to soldier on, but I won't be up late tonight, that's for sure, because now I am spent. I am so tired. You know what it was? I was up working on that video last night, and it took a little longer than I expected, but then I finished it today. Don't forget, I did do that video, the one with Hoghead Pierce Morgan. So make sure you check it out. There's a lot of good information and some cool photos there. Oh, good, Connie Balmer. I didn't know that I could add more, so I realized that today, and I'm just like, I did the maximum amount. I would have just added probably about another 20, but that's as far as they would let me go. So, but it was fun. I'm going to change the one for Nigeria because you can barely see them, and I love that photo, but you can barely see them. So, yeah, I'm going to change Nigeria. Maybe I'll put little Lily Diana. Maybe I'll put her picture there. But as you can see, there's Archie playing his piano. But yeah, so I'll change that one maybe, and that's probably it. Okay, so I have to go and find my chaps and my Stetson and my Tony Lama boots so that I can start practicing for that members only video. Boom, 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 boom. I'm waiting for you, my pony. Boop, 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 boop. I'm telling you, never seen anything like it. There are some sections that not even a doctor can identify. Okay. Now that this has degraded into a very strange Royal Sussex, I think I should go. Good night, Raffaello. Yes, Marshard, that's right. The Tony Lama boots, the Stetson hat. Yeah. And those leather chaps straight from Tijuana. It's the only place to buy the chaps is from Tijuana, Mexico. Okay, so let me find something to close this out. Let me find something to close this out for today. A farewell poem. Okay. Something to say farewell. Okay, farewell. I've got my leave. Bid me farewell. My brothers, I bow to you all and take my departure. I don't like that one. That was just, ugh, that's for school anyway. Oh, that's for school. Oh, I think this is better. I think this is better. Hope is a thing with feathers that, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stop at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird. Abash the little bird? That's what it says. That kept so many warm. I heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity. It asked a crumb of me. Emily Dickinson. Oh, that sounds like some of that old English. I would rather have Angie Dickinson, not Emily. Emily is a little bit too ancient. Don't they have anything from Angie Dickinson? Like Freeze, you're under arrest? Yeah. That Emily Dickinson, that's a little bit too far back for me. Abash. That sounds very violent for a little bird. Like, hold still while I abash you. What happened to that bird? Somebody abashed it. Anyway, that's it for today. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And don't you all worry about Harry and Meghan because they have protection. Harry said that Diana is always with them. And of course, there is the rock of the Sussex family, Doria, a constant. like the evening sunset, the morning dew, the wind beneath my wings. Okay, and oh, Ginger Avenger. Let me Ginger Avenger. I knew it was something. Ginger Avenger. Okay, that's it. See y'all.